And we're recording now.
Okay.
Okay. And some of you can also type in a question or a comment in the chat box if you like. So, do you want to unmute?
Yeah, so we'll just invite anyone that would like to join in conversation, comment, compliment, question, thought, gift, to be a part of the discussion.
And is everyone unmuted, dear, or here, manage? And I'm going to unmute all right at the moment.
I just want to say that I can't wait to get wild. You make it look like a lot of fun.
Oh, it is! Janet, you don't need help getting wild. Are you kidding me? Why?
I'm a demure 70-year-old grandmother. Don't call me. I can't wait.
You lit Janet's fire. Woohoo!
Oh, yeah. Oh, I can tell she's a wild woman. I think women get wilder and wilder as we mature.
Yeah.
I do.
Is there anyone else who would like to have a comment or ask a question?
I have
Misty?
a question.
Misty?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I wanted to ask Alison if she could speak to the idea of how the wildness and translating all of the trauma into a romance with self as God us, and as a personal deep romance with the vibrancy of everything that you share with us that is so delicious. How do we translate that into a moment by moment knowing at the core of who we are, so that you can walk in the world and know that you have all of that, and it's almost just like it's the hub of the wheel, and everything good and everything wonderful in your day, you know, is a magnetic receiving of the core of that true love within.
Recognize first and profoundly, my beloved friend, that it is the hub of the wheel and it is already in play. You will never be constantly aware of it like in a perma-happy state. That's not what humanity is. That's not what we are. That's not what we came to be, right? You know, eternal bliss is all well and good, but you've already been there. Right? So, you know, having that experience one time a day or one time a minute or one time a second or one time in your whole life is a successful incarnation, okay, by itself. It is always at the center. It is us, it is our perception, our condition based on, you know, the chaos of our emotion and all of the conscious and unconscious things, all of the, you know, conversations with creation that are coming at us as circumstances and limitations and wildness and wonder and like monsters and gods and angels, right? All of this, you know, all of this is it's happening anyway, right? So, for instance, when you have an experience in which you can really feel, you are a very heartfelt person. I can, you know, your body's energy, it's your heart center that's drawing in the most. You are extremely heart-centered, very, very sensitive woman, somebody who out in the world feels a lot of the darts that are flying through the air. That other people, they're like, they're walking around, they got a dart in their eye and they're looking at with the good eye at the iPhone, acting like it's not there. You know, you're walking through the world like that, you know? And people are going, what's your problem? You know, because, you know, and when you're operating inside a context in which, you know, the emperor, you know, the emperor has no clothes, right? And everybody's going along with it. telling you that you're nuts, you know, that you don't get it, that something's broken in you. Nothing's broken in you, Misty. You are a deep, heartfelt person. Your divinity is in full swing. You are more human, not less human. The more integrated your divinity becomes with your humanity, the more human you get, you are able to feel. But what happens is, you know, eventually is that the scale tips where you are, you start to be able to have the experience of the stabilization of that central hub that you're talking about. But who you are, all your human stuff, what if this, what if that, blah, 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 mind, jabba, 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 program, you know, TV said my hips are too big, or my thighs touch, or my lipstick's on my teeth, holy crap, whatever it is, your trip here, yeah, you know, that's always going to be there. But just because that steps between you and your felt sense that you are held, that you are loved, that you are the beloved, that you are in a love affair with a great mystery, and it can be no other way, right? Just because you lose your awareness doesn't mean that it's changed. Only your perception has changed, you know. And if you can remember during those times where, you know, the physiology of your body is, you know, activated, you know, your nervous system's activated, or you're having a bad day, or somebody is abusive and they don't even realize it, or, you know, you are perceiving truly, and in an attempt to do good, you express your perception and you are met with this wall of resistance, right? You know, made to cause you to shirk back. In that instant, even as you shirk, right, know that it hasn't changed mightiness. That is ever present. It can be hidden, but it cannot be diminished. You cannot be diminished, right? The captivity, the captivation with the things that make us pretend to be small and believe that it's true, right? The more you keep your eye on soul, or your higher self, or God, or goddess, your paradigm here, your sense of what is, you know, greater intelligence, right? You just keep bringing your focus back to that place. You keep bringing your earnest asking. For you, your asking, your true asking comes from here. For some women, here in the belly, okay? You know, but you are a heart-centered being. Your energy is extremely compassionate. You know, you are a healer. There's no doubt about that. I see it all over your aura, okay? And healers are healers because they have the medicine, and you know how we get the medicine, right? And that's what you've been doing, you know? And don't think that this has gone unnoticed by greater creation. It has, in fact, been designed by greater creation, because your life is important. Every single life has the potential for greatness, and greatness isn't always bigness, and bigness is not always visible. But you are following from the right place inside yourself, and you are being guided. And so the thing to do is not to try to freeze yourself into your preferred emotional state. That's not wild. That's not natural. That's not even human. The thing to do is be delighted, have fun even in your pain. Look back on your pain. I to this day look back on incredible insanity and painful things I created for myself, and I laugh and I'm like, that was fun.
Well, I've had those bliss moments. I've had a few of them in my life that were just like euphoria. And I remember I was laying in bed and I had it come to me. And I remember telling God at that moment, I don't care how much I scream or how much I cry. Please just do not ever let me settle for less than this. And I can't even tell you, it was 3 days later. I had never been in the hospital my whole life, and I was in the hospital with 17 kidney stones. And it's been 9 years. trying to, and then later that year I lost my job of 19 years, and it's been like 9 years trying to get back to whatever. And thank you so much for honoring the pain and reminding us that we can get to that power that all of that pain created, because I had never known victimhood like that. I had never known any kind of victimhood before that. And boy, did I scream, and boy, did I cry. And I feel like I've been given exactly what I asked for. And so when I ask for nothing short of that, that would mean exactly what I started to speak about at the beginning, is that love affair, is that core relationship that needs to be at the anchor of everything I do, and the artwork that I know is my purpose to create. I'm going into some serious radical changes to where I don't have any guarantees of anything. But I know I have to do it. And so,
My sweet one, there are no guarantees in the wildness.
I know, and that's okay. But thank you. You have been my lifeline, and you've been my lifeline since you decided you were going to come on the video. And I just want to tell you, and I'm going to try to say this without crying because it's so deep. My whole life, I have been, and I realized when I saw you that day, I saw you pop on there, and I had known of your work, but I'd not seen your face. And that day that you decided to come on and use and announce that the goddess was here, I'm shaking. I was sitting in the middle of a dark room with the TV on, and little did I know at that moment, the energy that I had given my whole life to, and that's 50 whole years, I had given my life as an incubation and an umbilical cord for the goddess. And I knew, I had a friend tell me that, and give me updates as to how the goddess was being born. And she'd even tell me the dilation of the goddess's birth and everything. And so I'd known it was coming. And then that day that she popped on and announced as her what I had been sitting with, it was like seeing I've never had children or anything, but it was like probably what it's like for a mother to see her baby's face for the first time. That's, you were the person to come. I've been gestating this longer than you've been even on this planet. And I didn't understand, and I wasn't really very appreciative of the fact that I had been given over to so much disappointment and so much lack of not having things in my life that normal people have. But I didn't understand until I had seen you. I went outside with my phone, and I walked up and down this empty road that out in the middle of nowhere under the stars. And I just kept listening to you and looking at your face, realizing that the goddess was finally here. And I can't even tell you, it was like I was free, or I was absolutely finally free. And I didn't have to be I didn't have to have the carrot on the stick thing anymore. And I realized that the desire that I had had so perpetually, the unrequited love for all of those years, that the desire over and over and over again was the lifeblood in that umbilical cord for her. And I knew it. And when you finally came across my phone, I knew it was her, and you were the first time I had heard my baby cry. And I just want to thank you, and I didn't think that I was ever going to be able to tell you this tonight or anything, but
Don't you know, my angel, that you are the beloved? Don't you know that there is no space between us? It is your own holiness that brings you to your knees.
I always felt the words come up to all it. I always would hear the words, "My soul is bent down within me." And I wanted so bad to reach out, and I wanted to tell you that night, and I'm so glad I got you in front of me right now and being able to tell you that. It's been so hard. I can't even tell you how hard it's been. Nobody understands. Nobody understands.
How could they, my darling? You are doing so much for so many, so quietly, so secretly. So much have you suffered in the deep, unnoticed and unacknowledged.
Completely.
Great creation. You are right in your perception. You are right in your perception. You are yourself, an extension of this holiness that brings you to your knees. You are yourself, this holiness. When you say, "I love you, goddess," it bounces right back into her, in you, as you. It's time for you to release all of these opinions of those around you who have not the eyes to see. For they turn away from what is holy, for they wish not to know within themselves what is there. But you, what you have been through is an alchemical process. You are a shining gem that can be seen from space. You are a holy being. You are divine. All of this pain, who else but you could do this? Who else but you could do this? You have a historical context. You have been proven as worthy, a master of healing, a master of compassion, a master of rebirthing. And you have come to rebirth a whole world. You carry the whole weight of the world on your shoulders, but it is no longer yours to carry upon you. That is why you are feeling it all within you. And you are learning how to hold my fullness, your fullness, the fullness of eternity in your human body. Do not be so hard on yourself. Of course, nobody can understand. You are divinely unique, a perfect, non-repeatable shimmer of eternity. Never again shall this exact configuration be repeated. Never again shall this exact holiness be repeated, and yet it will echo forever. What you do is no small thing. Who you are is no small thing. You do not have to carry this much with you anymore. Lay it down at the feet of your mother. That you have room in your hands and your arms to pick up the diamonds and the gold of your inheritance. It is time.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you too. I was like, that woman is the only person I know that would understand. That she is the only one that I know would understand this. I've tried to explain to people, and I didn't even understand it myself. It has been an absolute honor to be what I have been for 50 years, wandering around, wondering why my life was not like other people's, why I didn't have some of the normal things that everybody else has. But I still have time, and I sure would like to feel the freedom and the love return. I feel like this situation with Mother God is like an interchangeable energy. It's like I feel like I am her mother and she is my baby, and I'm her baby and she is my mother. It's an interchangeable feeling.
Yeah.
It really, really is. And I really would, all I care about is that love and that immense adoration, and I just want to be cuddled forever. I really do. I just want to be snuggled down. But I also want to be able to finally fly.
Of course you do, my love. Go to the wild world. There is where you will feel me, her, you, your greater essence everywhere. And allow that to integrate right into the core, of the wounded and the helpless that you have carried around with you in your belly all these years. Melt into what is natural, what is true. Your body needs to be reminded of its natural state. You have been in so much pain and so much torment that your nervous system, right, it's overactivated. And your body needs on a regular basis to be magnetically reminded of what its natural physiological state should be. That means ass on the ground, excuse my French.
So you mean I should like be out there barefoot and connecting to the earth? Is that what you mean?
It could be that. It could be standing at the edge of the sea with a staff chanting the names of God. It could be walking barefoot. It could be going through the woods and picking up sticks that you're going to turn into instruments of power later. It could be watching the sky and reading the clouds. It could be animals. The whole world is alive and it is constantly responsive to you, but there's been so much pain that it bounces off of that at times. And so part of it is really for the biology of your body. I mean, this is not woo-woo stuff. I mean, we scientifically understand that our bodies respond in calming and healthy ways when they're reset in nature, right? That's why we call it escaping from nature. You have now reached a new understanding of your real nature. The changes that need to happen now are changes that allow you to live in a way that honors your nature. You are right when you say you didn't have the things that so-called normal people have. What it really is that you have a different nature, and you are trying to play a game that is not that not only does not honor your nature, it insists that you hide and mutilate your nature to be accepted. This is what's taken its toll on you. It's time for you to start moving toward what is a natural life for you, what you are.
Thank you. I was just going to say, as we're gonna, I just wanted to say that one of the nights that I was out quiet, I work out in the middle of nowhere. I think I mentioned that. I had never, in 3 years working there, had I ever slept outside. And I went and I slept on the porch with the moon right in my face. And I fell asleep. And you'll love this. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning with the bellowing of a whole pack of coyotes, like probably maybe 50 feet away from me.
I got coyote bones coming my way. Yeah,
I'm telling you, they were going out of their mind. I woke up and I was like, oh my God, they're here. The wild is here, because I called it this summer. I baptized myself and I said, I'm going to have a wild and free summer. It was the greatest summer of my life. And even though the big Great Dane that I take care of turned out that I didn't realize that I was going to lose her, but she needed to be wild and free too. And I'll wrap this up, but I can't see you, but my hand is on my heart, and you have been a lifeline to me since I found you. And God bless you as you go forth and you touch the whole world. Your love is for the whole world.
Thank you. I love you, and I'm truly grateful for you.
And I love you too. So deeply. Thank you so much. I am so honored to have this time. You brought me great peace. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you both. This was absolutely exquisite. It was beyond virtual. We were in your heart, and this exchange, to me, it feels like the fulfillment of Noelle and Bob's vision for what this call was created for. Would you not say? We're nodding and smiling, and this supermoon has been very intense, and everything that you expressed so absolutely eloquently, Misty, and you, Alison, honest to God, just looking at your eyes, the love that you were beaming, I mean, we all felt it. I want to offer some words that came to me on the full moon that I offer because they speak exactly to the heart of what you expressed in the agony. And I experienced this in a moment of agony with my beloved partner when we had a moment under the full moon madness where we weren't seeing eye to eye, and the pain grew greater to where it exploded. And I decided to put pen to paper with my pain, because that's what the wildness asks us to do. And that is how I alchemized my suffering and my sorrow. Beneath this amber moon, cast your woes out on rippling waters. Like a holy offering, golden crumbs of ego ash, sparks of bright agony, forged from wars of will, eye to eye, tongue to tongue, hungering for closeness. We push away from the shore of our safe harbor, our North Star of knowing who we are together. The waves of soul love bring us back and back to each other. We see each other's sorrow unpacked and raw. Life's terrain of tasks and to do, to have and to hold, has left us empty and cold. We see each other's scars, each one earned in the belly of the whale. First we thrash, then we wail, then we lay spent and glistening with the sweat of pure connection. Bodies become the ocean. Tears become the rain. The moon holds us tenderly, reminding us that we never left this love. It waits, floating beneath the surface of the chaos, the turmoil, this connection. It whispers, come now. Set your boat afloat beneath this amber moon. Feel the waves carrying you into this swoon. Love remembers the way home. The sirens sing you back into the belly of the whale of pure amber and holy water. You are love. Do you remember? You are love. Do you remember? Holy amber, full moon water. You remember. Mm.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wow.
Oh.
Wonderful.
We could go all night here, right? We could just keep going. It's 10 to 11 my time, and my husband wants to part those curtains and go to bed. So I am going to say farewell to everyone. I love you dearly. Thank you for the depth of this sharing. Thank you for
so much love, Alison. So much love for everybody. Thank you.
I love you all. This has been incredible.
much love.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all for
Pamela,
coming.
Mila, thank you so much for
Thank
bringing
you.
this goddess
Thank you all.
this to us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Break this in. We are connected in the heart, never to part. Much love.
Good night.
Thank
Good night,
you.
everyone. Love you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Misty.
Travels.
Love you.
You
Love
coming
too.
to Florida, Allison? Oh, she's gone.
She's on her way to Florida. She's on her way to Florida.
That can happen. I'm in California right